Hello, this is Dr. Kenneth Watanabe, and let us resume our demonstration of the database table maker. In this video, I will demonstrate how to enter data into the tables created by the database table maker. In the previous video, we created a state table with two fields, AB for state abbreviation and FN for full name, to store the 50 states and territories in the United States. Now to enter the data, we can manually enter all 50 states, but to avoid manual entry, I'll use a new feature available in version 2.0, and that's this import data tile. Now what I did was, in my customer data directory, I created a states.csv file. This contains all 50 states plus territories. And I set the column headers to be FN for the full state name and AB for the two-letter abbreviation. Now to import the data, we click on this import data tile. We select the database and then the table state, and then we select the input file, and that would be under my under the customer data directory, states.csv. And to load the data, just click this Go button. It says records imported into state. Now, in the previous version, I had two tiles, one to create records and one to modify records, but in version 2.0, I combined them because they shared a lot of similar code. So to view the records, to make sure that they were loaded properly into the state table, we click on this Enter Modify Records tile. And then we select the database and then the table and click Go. And then if I click the Find button here, we can see that all 50 states plus territories were properly loaded. And I can select one of these here, Georgia, for instance, and you can see it was loaded properly. Now to add records to the customer table, we can select Customer here and click Go. And I can enter a customer name, John Smith, let's say, and the city, we'll put Atlanta. And notice for the state, there's a pull down here, and this links to the state table, and we can select Georgia from the pull down here. We can enter a zip code and then a phone number. Oops. And click Create Record. Now when you click Create Record, it will create the record and assign a unique identifier to the record. It will also record the Linux user that is currently logged in and the date and time the record was created. Now notice here there's an Orders button. This links to the Orders table, which is a child of the Customer table. If I click here, there's no orders right now. But to create an order, I can click on this blank area here, and it'll take me to the order entry screen. I can enter the number of orders in this number of items in this order, and we can say put a description of the order. Let's say this was a shovel purchase. Okay, and I can click Create Record, and under the if you look here, you notice there's an Order Items button here. This links to the child table of the Orders table. If I click here, there's no items under this order, but if I click on the blank area, I'm able to add items to this order. So for instance, garden shovels, and we'll put 2, and we'll put a price of $5.99. And click Create Record. And then we can create another record, regular shovels. And let's say there's also a quantity of 2 and the price is also $5.99. I can click Create Record. Now if I refresh this list, this order items list, I can see that there are 2 items, garden shovels and regular shovels. And if I refresh this orders pull down, orders list, I can see that the order was created. Okay. Now I can also make modifications to this record. So for instance, I can change this guy to be John Doe, and let's say we had the wrong phone number. Let's say it was 123-4567, and then I can click the update record, and that will update this record. Now there's an audit history button here. If I click on this, this will show the previous value of the record. It was previously it was John Smith, and the phone number was 123-123-1234. Okay, so anytime I make a modification, John Johnson, anytime I update a record, it will record the previous value in the audit table. Okay, so there's John Smith and then John Doe. Okay. Now to remove a record, I can just click this remove record button, and this will remove the record, and it will no longer appear in my list of customers. Okay. Now to restore a record, we click on the restore record data tile, and we enter the database name and the table name, and click go. And when I click the find button, it will display all the records that were removed. I can click on the record and click restore record, and now the record has been restored, and it no longer appears on my list to be restored. And that's about it. So in summary, I demonstrated how to import data into tables and how to enter and modify data in parent and child tables, and how to remove and restore records. So please download the software and test it out. The software is totally free. And if you like it, please feel free to make a donation at my webpage, kenawatanabe.com. Thank you.